Welcome in. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, awesome, amazing. We're blessed to be alive and awake this morning. Typically, on average, about 7,000 people around the world, probably more than that, but as far as I know, 7,000 people don't wake up or didn't wake up this morning. You were not one of the 7,000. I was not one of 7,000. That's something to be thankful for. That's something to be grateful for. All right, back with another episode of the morning coffee break. So before you get your day started, you and I, we just have a conversation, some dialogue, and we just talk about what's going on in the world and where we're headed. Because unlike transitioning from the industrial age to the technology age, the information age, they didn't have YouTube, they didn't have social media, they didn't have the internet where they could help each other. You and I, we are born at the best time in history where we can see things coming, get prepared, help each other, share information. It's all available, almost with a thought. It's that amazing. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm the middleman CEO, Shon-Jhon. What does that mean? I just teach people who are burned out employees or overworked, service business owners. I teach you how to start your own middleman business or convert your current business into a middleman business. I'm currently doing that with a friend that has he's a tax accountant, and his job is getting replaced. His industry is getting taken over by AI. So we're working together to build a middleman system to middleman his business so that he's not the one doing the work, because there's not going to be much work to do. So I'm teaching him to partner with AI and build a middleman business. So if you want to learn how to build a middleman business from your phone, from your home, all you have to do is put the word middleman in the comments below to get the free tutorial, or you can just click the link in the video description below. All right, let's get into it. Good morning, first of all, to everyone. Good morning. And let me know where you guys are watching from. You're welcome to drop your city, your state, where you're watching from. And I appreciate that. So let me know in the comments where you guys are watching from. I'll give you a shout out if I see it. Smash thumbs up. Help me to grow this channel. All right. Let's get into it. So, imagine waking up this morning. Imagine if this was you, waking up this morning and finding out that you don't have a job. Imagine waking up this morning and finding out you don't have a paycheck. Imagine waking up this morning and finding out that all of the hard work you put in, all of the long hours, all of the being on your best behavior, of course you should. Of course you should be on your best behavior. Of course you should put in the work, do quality work, of course. But none of that, all of the morning meetings you've been to, all of the people you said good morning to, all of the times you gave up your parking space for someone else who needed it just as badly, none of that was able to secure your job. And now, just like that, you're unemployed. You're not just unemployed, your family's unemployed. Because if you have a family that you support with your job and you lose your job, they lost their job. If you lose your paycheck, they lost their paycheck. If you can't use your bills, if you can't pay your bills, they can't pay their bills. Hit thumbs up. Shout out to everybody in the chats. What's up? Good morning. Let me know where you guys are watching from, city and state. You're welcome to drop it. I'm doing this video from the great state of Texas, beautiful city of Dallas. So, and I do these videos just to try to give you some good information. I do realize there's a lot of people out there who don't take life seriously. I realize there's a lot of people out there who don't want to do what's best to create a life of their dreams. I realize there are a lot of excuse makers out there. So I try to filter that out of this channel. If you're not serious about your future, don't bring that energy here. You're welcome to do nothing with your life as long as you want to. If you're not serious about creating wealth for your family, don't bring that energy here. You're welcome to suffer and fail in this life as long as you want to. If you're someone who doesn't want to put in the work but always complain and make a bunch of excuses, don't bring the energy here. If you got stupid comments, it's just to entertain yourself, don't bring that energy here. You just don't have time for it. Life's too short. We don't have time for that. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching. Hit thumbs up. But so let's get real. Imagine waking up in the morning and finding out your paycheck is gone. Now, the reality is that has happened to over 1 million people in the last 6 months. I'll say it again. 1 million people. That's probably about 5% maybe of the work. Let me see, not 5%, maybe 1.5%, 2% of the entire workforce. So of the entire workforce. No, I'm not mad. I just don't have time for it, brother. There's no reason for that to be here. You could entertain that somewhere else. There's plenty of other channels that welcome that. This ain't the one. I'm not gonna entertain you. I don't usually block people, but I need to start. We just don't have time for that, man. Life's hard. We don't have time to play around. Life's short. It's hard. We got somewhere to get to. Phoenix, Arizona in the building. I got good friends in Phoenix. I usually come out every couple of years. Love the valley. Love the valley. Came out there probably a couple years ago. Still hadn't been hiking on Camelback. Supposed to do that soon, so we'll see. Washington in the building. What's up? I think that's Washington. Ohio in the building. Got some good friends in Ohio. Columbus. So, woke up. Well, again, probably 1 million people woke up. And if you have a sensible question or comment, you're welcome to drop it. If I see it, I'll get to it. It's not going to be a long video. Headed to get a little bit of work done today. But also, anywhere in America, if you are looking to get moved, you're welcome to check out bookandmove.com. Sponsor for this channel, bookandmove.com. Get booked in 60 seconds. Find your mover. 60 seconds. Be matched. Secure your move. Relax. You're done. Also need to start plugging a bunch of my students, plugging their businesses on here. If you need cleaners, if you need movers, if you need plumbers, if you need garage repair, if you need window cleaning, if you need carpet cleaning, if you need your gutters cleaned on your house, I need to start plugging everybody. I need to get a list of the businesses and keep it with me so I can start plugging different businesses in every city. So, but we need to understand that this is just the beginning. So I don't mean to sound like a broken record. I'm just looking at what I see. I'm no professional. I don't know anyone who's a professional AI, and here's why I say that. AI is brand new. We've never experienced it. There's no one who's a professional on it. We're all just speculating. And I'll tell you that. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years. I don't know. But I'm just speculating based on what I've already seen. And what I've already seen is AI is moving fast, very fast. If you know that, if you're like, hey, AI is moving quickly, we need to be prepared. Smash the thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up if you know it and you're sitting there going, hey, this AI stuff, it's moving and we need to be prepared. So smash the thumbs up. I don't know what's going to happen with AI. I do believe that AI is going to cancel. I believe it's going to cause a severe recession. And the reason I say that is because paychecks are going to be eliminated across the board. Now, it doesn't mean money's going to be eliminated. Somebody asked about that. Money's still going to be in circulation. Everybody's not going to have as much as they would like to have, but the money's still going to be there. The money doesn't disappear with the recession. Just the buying power disappears. So they're still going to sell houses for, on average, $500,000-$600,000, and people are still going to buy them. The money's going to be there. The money doesn't go away. The buying power goes away. The money just transfers from you to someone else. So you're still going to have to buy the eggs. You're still going to have to get groceries. You're still going to have to put gas in your car. It doesn't change the lifestyle to do to survive. But AI has, and this is not just layoffs. These are AI layoffs. About 1 million in the past 6 months. Well, I expect that to 10x in the next 6 months. Because now companies are starting to get introduced to AI and going, wait a minute, explain that to me again. What does AI do? So I don't need all of these employees. AI can do 10 jobs at one time, cost me nothing or barely anything. No insurance, no benefits, no payroll taxes. I don't have to match AI's 401k. I don't have to help AI to retire. I don't have to deal with AI's attitude. I don't have to deal with AI silently quitting on me. I don't have to deal with AI calling out. I don't have to deal with AI showing up late, leaving early, complaining about this, complaining about that, taking too long on their lunch, taking too long on their breaks. I don't have to worry about AI, not performing at the level I needed to. So I don't have to worry about any of this. Is that what you're telling me? It's exactly what I'm telling you. And these companies are starting to wake up and go, you know what? You're correct. You're absolutely correct. 1000% correct. AI is a game changer. I'll say it again. AI is a game changer. How do I get into it? AI is a game changer. AI has eliminated 1 million jobs and will continue to do so. And if you think 1 million is a lot when it comes to AI, wait until AI 10x's this. Wait until AI 10x's. Wait until AI 10x's. So if you were able to see 1 million jobs eliminated in the past 6 months, imagine what the next 6 months is going to be. It's going to be 10x. So I'm predicting 10 million jobs in the next 6 months. And if that doesn't occur, 10 million jobs at least in 2026 to be eliminated. 10 million jobs. And I don't back down from saying that. 10 million jobs eliminated between now and the end of 2026. The question is that you? And if you want to know, just ask yourself. You can simply Google this. Can AI do my job? Here's my job description. Here's what I do. Can it be done by AI? And if the answer comes back yes, or I don't know, or maybe, then you're in trouble. You're not going to have that job. Again, if AI can do your job, AI will do your job. A company that's paying, you don't think, my kids like pizza, right? And what kids don't, right? So, and I was in pizza, I don't know, was it Pizza Hut, Domino's, one of them. I was in the pizza place just a couple of days ago. And while I was in there, give me a second, make sure I park right. But while I was in the pizza place, I was like, man, what happens? It's like 3 or 4 people working in there maybe. And if you've worked in a pizza place like I have, you know there's not a lot of money in being an employee at a Pizza Hut. And so these people are probably making barely minimum. They need the tips. And because I've done it. And so I was in there and I was thinking, man, if AI, or not even if, when AI gets a hold of this place, it's going to automate everything around here. It's going to make the phone calls. Because right now, if you call and order, and I'm just using Domino's as an example, if you call and order a Domino's pizza, you get someone with a foreign accent who's probably in a call center who does this. Now, in the future, AI is going to sound like that person, be able to communicate with me like a person. It's going to replicate human beings, just a program. No one really in the call center. It's an empty building. And AI is going to pick it up, ask me, talk to me, learn from me. Hey, Sean, listen, last time you called, you ordered a large people pizza with this topping and some wings and whatnot. Would you like to get that again? If you'd like to get, and then I might say, no, I want to skip that. Then it might say, hey, if you get it, we can offer you 15% off your order, whatever. But my point is, it's not going to need a human being to be present because AI is going to take care of all of that. And so now you have AI answering the phone, taking the orders. Well, what about the pizza getting cooked? You only need one person on the line to cook. So that's one person. Even thinking about it now, you can eliminate that person. And all you have to do is bring in an AI pizza making bot, which they either have or will probably have in the near future, I'm sure. They'll probably have something like that in the in the future, I'm sure. But that's just one example. That's just one small example. If AI is going to replace millions of jobs, and I believe it will, because again, this is just the beginning. The tsunami, the tidal wave, hasn't even arrived. It hasn't gotten here. They'll be screaming. There'll be blood in the streets. It hasn't arrived yet. When it does, you'll know it. But so many people are going to be victims when AI shows up. So many people are going to, their paychecks, their livelihood's going to get destroyed. And it's not because they're unaware of AI. There are tons of people who are going to lose their job who's aware that AI is going to replace them at some point in the near future. The problem is they didn't do anything to prepare. See, I always say there's 3 steps when it comes to AI. There's first thing you have to do is acknowledge it. You have to understand it. You have to identify it. Okay, this is coming. I can see this coming. Right? You identify that AI is on its way. Then after you identify it, you understand it, what do? You make preparations. You get prepared. You create a plan. You have to put a plan together. You identify the problem. Now you put a plan together. And then what do you do after you get a plan? You execute. You identify, you create a plan, and you execute. Another way to say that is, now that you know, do something about it before it's too late. Because I got news for you. It's going to be too late very soon. You're going to wake up, too late. You're going to look at your alarm clock, it's going to say, too late. You waited too long and you got swept away. Now you're a casualty. Where do you fit? I don't know. You better pray for basic income, UBI. Now, you don't have to be a victim. You don't have to wait on these things to happen. You can actually take the initiative. You can actually do something about it today. You don't have to wait to get swept away. We've only been talking about AI seriously now for less than a year, and it's already wiping out jobs. And it's going to continue to do the same. If it's only, I believe, we've only seen 5% of AI. Well, that next 95% is going to be devastating for someone, for millions. But it doesn't have to be that way for you, and that's what this video is about. You don't have to be afraid of AI. You don't have to run from AI. You don't have to be scared of AI. You don't have to live in terror, live in fear. Here's what you do. Understand that if you have a job that AI can do or will be able to do in the near future, you're probably going to get fired. I know you don't want to hear it, and I don't want to say it, but I have to let you know so you can get prepared. Now that you know you can probably lose your job, what do you do next? Get prepared. Get a plan. You need to prepare. You've identified that your job is at risk. Now you prepare for what's next. Prepare. What's next? Prepare. Get a plan. Now you prepared. Now you have a plan. What comes after that? Execute. What's your plan? What's your blueprint? What's your roadmap? Do it. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Drop your city and state if you like. But now it's time to execute. Now, if you watch this video and you don't do anything and you let yourself get swept away by the AI tidal wave, there's no one else you can blame except you. I've blown the whistle. I even put in on a video. Said, look, I'm the AI whistleblower. I'm telling you, AI is coming for you. It's the boogeyman for some. It's the boogeyman for some. It's Santa Claus for others. The question you need to ask yourself is, when AI gets here, because it's coming, it's going to be there. When it gets here, not if, when it gets here, will it be the boogeyman for me? Will I lose everything because of it? Will it take my job? Will it take my paycheck? Will it take my livelihood? Or is it going to be Santa Claus? Is it going to bring me lots of gifts? Is it going to bring me lots of money? Is it going to bring me wealth? Is it going to move me and my family forward? What is it? What is it for you? I would like it to be Santa Claus for me. So how do you go from it being the boogeyman to Santa Claus? That's easy. Number one, you identify it. You see it. You see it coming. AI is coming. You understand? You identify that AI is going to take your job. As soon as you identify there's some risk that your job is not secure, as soon as you identify that, what do you do next? After you identify that, you prepare, you create some type of plan. And then after you put your plan together, map it out, then you go and execute. If you do that, you're going to be ahead of millions of people. I recommend you do it. Why am I not afraid of AI? Why am I not scared? Why is AI going to be Santa Claus to me and not the boogeyman? Because I decided that AI is here and it's here to stay. I identified that AI is here and it's here to stay. And it's only the beginning. That's the first thing I did, is identify, hey, this thing is on its way and it ain't leaving anytime soon. Bam, I identified that. Then I created a plan. Hey, instead of running from AI, knowing that AI is just going to take over, wouldn't it be better if I was friends with AI as opposed to AI and I being enemies? See, I don't want to be an enemy with AI. A lot of you're enemies with AI. I'm not an enemy with AI. That's my plan. Hey, my plan is to befriend AI, to work with AI, to partner with AI. Now I execute. How do I do that? Well, I create a business on my phone using AI that allows me to make money while using AI. It allows me to use my phone to get paid while partnering with AI. So you need to figure out, how do you win with AI? How do you make money with AI? For me, it's my middleman businesses. I use it. I use AI in my business, in my software, in my talking to customers, in my sending out customer contracts and agreements and emails. I use AI to do all of that. I don't even talk to customers. AI does all the chatting. AI does all the booking. AI does all the dispatching. AI even takes my payments. I don't do any of it. I partnered with AI. I identified AI was coming and it was going to be a problem. I created a plan. My plan, I need to partner with AI. Make it Santa Claus. My execution, start a middleman business. Bam, did it. So I'm not worried about AI. You don't have to be either. My advice to you, partner with AI. All right, share this video if you don't mind on social media, everywhere you can. Let someone know this video's out there so we can wake people up. Let them know. Just keeping it real on this video, guys. AI is coming. You need to get prepared. My advice, partner with it. All right. If you'd like to learn how to start a middleman business from your phone, sure. All you have to do is put middleman in the comments below. I'll teach you how to do that. But again, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, AI is coming, and AI don't give a damn. You've only seen the beginning. I don't care what you do. If it can be done by AI, you're done. You're done. To me, the safest jobs right now, safest industry, safest careers right now, anything that's a skilled labor, anything that's a service. Skilled labor, service, those are probably the safest right now. Why? Because we don't have AI moving furniture. We don't have AI painting walls. We don't have AI cleaning carpets. We don't have AI walking dogs. We don't have AI, I don't know, doing mechanic work, changing tires. You know, we don't have AI hanging your televisions, fixing your cabinets, installing appliances, heating and AC, fixing broken pipes. Maybe one day we will, probably 10 years from now. There's a lot of automation out there. By the way, you gig workers, you're next. You're not even next, you're now. If you're a gig worker, go look up Waymo, W-A-Y-M-O. That's your future. They don't need you. Somebody said nursing teaching. Are you saying that nursing teaching is going to be out or is going to be in? But I have kids in school. I think about that and I'm like, one day they won't need this teacher. I don't know how this is going to look. Kids have short attention spans, not ADD. They just don't care. They just don't pay attention. So people want to diagnose everybody with everything, make these kids drug addicts. They depend on drugs. I have ADD. You're 5. I have to take my medicine. By the way, I don't even know how I got on this. I saw a lady one day. I was somewhere and years ago, and this kid, he was like 5. Oh my gosh, this kid, he was wired. I mean, this dude had the energy of 20 kids, and all of a sudden, I didn't hear from this kid anymore. And probably like 15 minutes went by. I was like, where the heck is that kid that's acting up just all over the place, bouncing off the walls? Where did he go? I think the kid's name was Chase. This was back in Louisiana before I moved here to Texas. And I'm like, what happened? Because I was in my daughter's kindergarten class, I think it was. And kindergartners are kindergartners. It is what it is. It ain't going to be quiet. So, and this kid was just bouncing off the walls. And then all of a sudden, I didn't hear this kid anymore. And I was sitting there like, wait, where's this kid? Where's that kid that was up and down, climbing the ceiling? And I looked over at a desk and he had his, he was like this with his head down, like you do when you're not feeling well. And I was like, is that the same kid from earlier? And his grandmother was standing next to me and she was like, yeah. I was like, what happened? He's not feeling good? She said, no, he was all over the place. I had to give him his medicine. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, I had to give him his medicine. I guess she thought I was okay with that. I was like, what'd you give him? And so she told me what she gave the kid, administered to the kid. And I was like, holy, you know what? I was like, I'd rather that kid bounce off these walls than to be what I'm looking at now, which I thought was a zombie. It's like, oh my gosh, that's what the medicine does to that kid? I'll never give it to my kids. Never, not one time. People have attention deficit. Get out of here. Y'all believe anything they tell you. Or whatever excuse they give you, they'll turn it into $1 billion pill. You know you have attention deficit disorder. What? Yeah, you don't have the ability to pay attention. I'm grown. If I'm bored, I'm not paying attention. It is what it is. You can put me anywhere. I've never been on any medication for attention. If I'm bored, I'm doing something else. Now, I have no problems paying attention to the things I like. All right, I'm gonna get off that. 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 So I'll leave it alone. I need to wrap this video up. It was not meant to be this long. So somebody said harder to replace those, but you never know. Nursing. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. So nurses, here's what I think. All right, I'm going to give you a vision I have for the medical field. Now, I don't think this exists. This is just me interpreting, or a better word would be projecting AI's future capabilities. So nurses, for now, okay. Really, truly, at some point, not many jobs are going to be safe. I like skilled labor jobs because if a pipe breaks at your house, as far as I know, there's no AI that can come out and do it. There's no bot. Now, in the future, there might be anything. But I think for the next 5-10 years, these are the safest jobs. If you're not using your hands at work, you're probably going to be replaced. I say, if you're sitting in front of a computer, you're not going to have a job. If you're typing all day, you're not going to have a job. If you're on a headset in front of a computer or a laptop, or you're doing customer service, you're out of there. You're not going to be there. You're going to get tossed out at home. Okay? And I see it this way. I see the medical field this way. This is just me. I envision a kiosk, something like that, just a kiosk or something sitting just different places around the country. And you can pull up. It's a doctor's office, but it's the size of a small garage or smaller. It's the size of a picture booth. I believe one day you'll be able to pull up. Hey, I'm not feeling good. I got a headache. I don't really want to go to this doctor, spend all this money. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I got a bit of a headache. It's been here for 2 days. I'm kind of concerned about it. Let me go do an exam. Pull up there, swipe a card, pay, I don't know, $10, $20 every time you swipe something small. Go in there, stand in there, and the machine in 60 seconds is going to do a full, thorough x-ray exam of your body. It's going to be so thorough, it can tell what's food is in your stomach. It's going to check your arteries. It's going to check your heart. It might be able to say, hey, there's a little growth on your spine. Not cancerous now, could develop into something potentially in the future. You need to get this checked, or you need to go further. Just a preliminary scan. It'll be able to check your mouth, check your eyes, check your brain, check your liver, check everything. Hey, you have a fatty liver, cut out the fried foods for the next 6 months. And it'll say, hey, here's what I found. Bam, bam, bam. You know how you do, like when something's going wrong and you have to do a troubleshoot and it starts laying out all these errors. I think you'll be able to walk into, it's just me. This is just my mind just going off. But I believe you'll be able to walk into one of these little kiosks and it'll do a troubleshoot exam on your entire body. It will examine everything. It'll tell you if your arteries are almost closed. It'll tell you if you have full lung capacity. It'll do everything. It won't miss anything. It'll tell you if your iron is low, your sugar's too high, whatever. It'll identify something and say, this could potentially be an area of concern in the future. Need to monitor this. Hey, I see that, you have a little bit of fat on your liver. And then at the end, it'll say, here's what you need. Give you a list of things, print it out to you, send it to your phone. Here's what I want you to do for the next 30 days and come back. And that's your doctor visit. And you're done. I don't know if that exists today. I hope it exists very soon. But we're not going to need nurses for those things. Now, when it comes to drawing blood and things like that, yes, but you're not going to need as many as you have today. There'll always be a need, just not as many. So they'll be replaced too. Anything that can be done in the preliminary can be replaced. So surgery machines, yes, the AI is already out there. It's already doing some of these things. But imagine how many doctors how many dentists get replaced when you walk into a machine that does a dental scan from home. Or, this is me, imagine an app so powerful on your phone where you can go to a scan mode And the phone scans your body. You just sit it there, scans your entire body, scans your mouth, tell you if you have any cavities, do you need to get a cleaning. It does all of this for you. I can take my phone, stand back, scan, hey, I got a headache, what's going on in there? Hey, everything looks fine, you're probably just stressed out. I'm just saying. I know it's start if you're old enough like me, you remember this cartoon called The Jetsons. Yes. Okay. So listen, if your mind can believe it, it's possible. Or if your mind can dream it up, it's possible. And by the way, these are good things. These are good things. Having an automated uh, truck drivers and car drivers, I think it's good things. You know why? Because there are a lot of people that go to funerals every year from loved ones who pass from reckless drivers. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but if it's going to save a ton of lives, let's do it. People die because people are bad drivers every day. Think of all the funerals that could be avoided. Even if it cuts the number in half, that's half the people, because you might be saying, well, it just cuts it in half. Well, even if it was just one person, if it was your person, you wouldn't feel that way. So Paul said, how can we use AI? Man, here's what I say, Paul. Partner with AI. Build a relationship with AI. You're either, this is so important, I'm delaying my meeting because I'm trying to grow my business in a different area. But here. By the way, anywhere in America, you can now go to bookandmove.com and book your move in 60 seconds. I told you, I don't just talk about building a middleman business. I do it. And I don't want to do anything else. Now, Paul, to answer your question, you said this. You said, how can we use AI? By the way, if you have any questions or comments, do it. We got a few people on here. Smash the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please smash the thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Help me share this information. So, probably one of the most important videos of our lifetime, because what I'm about to give you next is going to change your life. Not because I'm somebody special. I'm not. A lot of the stuff I'm saying about AI, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to see 10 million people in 2026 lose their jobs. I don't. Because that's not just 10 million people. That's 30 million, 40 million. You know why? Because if you have a family, you have a spouse and kids. Let's say you have a spouse and 2 kids, and you're the primary income source. If you lose your paycheck, your spouse lost their paycheck. Your kids lost their paycheck. That restaurant across the street, they lost their revenue because you can't go there anymore. So it affects everybody. Don't for a second think that it doesn't affect everybody. Somebody said 9-to-5s are cooked. Are they? My God. Chop liver, baked chicken, rotisserie gold. They are cooked. Not all, but it's going to be a sad day real soon. Listen, I don't talk about this a lot. And Paul, I'll get back to your question really quick. This nation, and this is probably information you don't need, but I'm just telling you why I think the way I think. 2017, I was homeless. The guy you're looking at on this screen right now, I had nothing. I was sleeping in my vehicle. Then I lost the vehicle. I was sleeping outside, public restrooms. I know what it's like. I had lost everything. I didn't have much, but what I had, I lost. It doesn't matter how much you have. When you lose everything, it ain't a good feeling. That's why, like last year when there were the wildfires in California and people were like, but they lost everything, boo-hoo, so what? They're millionaires. You ain't lost everything. You don't know what they lost that money can't replace. Don't say stupid things like that. You don't know. You don't know what these folks are going through. Be thankful, grateful it wasn't you. That's a perspective, huh? Be thankful it wasn't you. You don't have to empathize with everybody, but just understand that it could have happened to you. You could lose everything. Be careful what comes out of your mouth. More importantly, what comes out of your heart. And I had lost everything. And I was sitting there going, man, I played by the rules. I had a job. that I thought was safe and secure. I stacked a few dollars in the bank, like you told me. And I had a paycheck, no other source of income, because I thought my job was good. And then all that was gone. That's why I always jump on here and say, don't trust your job is not safe. Now, especially now today more than ever. I was saying it before AI. Now you really got a problem. Then I was saying, don't stack money in the bank. It's a terrible idea. It's a waste of money. And people were going nuts in the comment. What do you mean don't save money? You got to have money saved for an emergency or a rainy day. And then I say, here's a better idea. How about use the money now before the rainy day? Create cash flow before the emergency. And then when the emergency comes, fund it with cash flow. You don't have to just sit on money. Money in the bank is dead money. You hadn't figured that out yet. And I had lost everything. And so I started doing some homework. It's like, what in the world is going on? And then just recently I'm finding out the government, $40 trillion in debt, still spending. They'll never pay that back. They don't even care anymore. Trillions, not billions. An unfathomable amount of money. They don't care anymore. The government doesn't have a job. They don't have a business. They make money through you, taxpayers. And they blow it. Social Security won't be there. They say 10 years, I say 5. I say they're lying right now. It's already bankrupt. It's a Ponzi scheme. If you don't go to work, they can't fund the people that already paid into it. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's not a savings account. Banks, save money in the banks, wait on hard times. Listen, if that was the key to financial freedom, then tell me why the banks don't save money. I'm just saying, ask more questions. Questions are the answers. Ask more questions. When Trump was running for president the first time, he was in a debate with Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton said he doesn't pay taxes because I remember the internet was going crazy. He's paying minimal taxes. He's a billionaire. And I said, that's the wrong response. You need to be asking questions. I would have said, because she said, well, he doesn't pay taxes. And Trump said, that makes me smart. First thing on my mind was, wait, why do you not pay taxes? Are you, is IRS behind you? Are you going to jail? Is it tax evasion? What are you doing? Oh, nobody's investigating you? No tax evasion? You're not going to prison? Then what you're doing is legal? How do you do it? See, that's a question I would ask. How do you do that? I want to know. Ask more questions. Questions are the answers. But job loss, government debt, don't even get me started on the bond market. I know a lot of you don't know about that. I'm just learning myself. Debt all around the country. That's what, all around the world. That's essentially what the bond market is. A fundraiser. That's a good way to put it. If all that money comes back, all that debt flows back, what happens to this country? I don't know. Hunger Games? I don't know. I don't know. I think some hard times are coming, some scary times are coming, but here's the good news. You don't have to participate. If the recession comes, it's voluntary. So, checking out the comments. Let's see. All right, so Paul said, how can we use AI? Paul, the question is, how can we partner with AI? You need to find a way to make money that partners with AI. So 3 things I always recommend you do. Number 1, identify that AI is going to be a problem for you. Identify AI is coming, and it's going to create risk for you. Identify that your job can be replaced by AI. And if the answer is yes, I don't know, maybe so, it's a yes. So understand that AI is probably going to replace your job and replace it very quickly. So now you identified that AI is going to create an issue for you. Second thing, create some type of plan. Map this out, create a plan. What am I going to do? I know AI is coming for my job. What am I going to do? Even if it's not coming for your job, I know AI is coming. What am I going to do? What can I do? My advice, partner. Partner with AI. How do I partner with AI? You create a relationship. You marry AI. You get on one knee and you ask AI to marry you. That's what I did. And it said yes. Right? What did I do? I identified AI is coming. It's here to stay. It's going to be a big problem for a lot of people. I don't want it to be a problem for me. I told you, AI can either be for you the boogeyman or it can be Santa Claus. The boogeyman or Santa Claus. There is no middle. It's either going to be the boogeyman for you and destroy everything in your life, or it can be Santa Claus for you and give you all these beautiful gifts. I prefer Santa Claus. And so I partnered with AI, right? I said, AI, I have a middleman business system. Here's how it works. It books customers, take deposit, dispatch to work. Can you come in, handle all the customer relations? Can you come in and talk to the customers in the chat? Can you come in, give the customers quotes, take their money, they're in a deposit, and then send the work to other workers? Can you come in and do that? AI said, yes, I do. And so we got married right there on the gigabyte altar, right? Married by the Oracle. And so there we were in holy matrimony, me and AI together for life. So that's what you do. You find a way to partner. What does AI do? What can AI and I work together to create some child that will make money in the future working with AI? So what can we do? And for me, AI helps me to find customers, get paid, dispatch to work. So I don't have a problem with AI. I love AI. AI is not going to take my business no time soon. It's going to help me. Why? Because the companies that I partner with are service companies. As far as I know, AI can't come in your house, wrap your furniture, and move it. Can't clean your windows. Can't clean your gutters. Can't clean your house, your tub, your stove. Can't repair your refrigerator. Can't clean your poo. Can't do pest control. Can't walk your dog. So that's what I would recommend, Paul. Partnering with AI, using it to partner with service businesses, and getting yourself paid. Because money's going to be there. Money's not going to be a problem. Money's going to be everywhere. It's just going to leave you and go to someone else who's already partnered with AI. You're going to have access to some money, not a lot. The money's not going to leave circulation. I know people are like, well, if there's no customers, how the businesses are going to survive? Oh, there's going to be money. There's going to be customers. Might not be you. There's going to be customers. The money's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay in circulation. It doesn't disappear. All right, I got to get off here. Somebody said AI in China already have truck delivery and taxis. There you go. AI is already here driving Waymo cars around. So again, if you think for a second that AI is not going to be disrupting your job, you're wrong. You need to understand that AI is here and AI is here to stay. And it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. You could get your last questions in real quick before I bounce. Taxis, truck drivers, drones. You don't have to worry. It's here to stay. If AI can do it, or if it can be done by AI, it's going to be done by AI. If your job can be done by AI, guess what? It's going to be done by AI. You do not have to worry. You do not have to fret. You do not have to fear. It's going to happen. That's not a prediction. That's a guarantee. And you've only seen the beginning. What do you mean by AI not doing inventories? I'm not sure what you mean. AI is here to stay. My advice, like I said, partner with AI, marry AI, have little AI businesses. I have 3 AI businesses. They're AI friendly. We love AI. AI helps us, and it's going to continue to help us. For those, just think about it. Look at it now. Just look at the landscape now. Which companies are winning? The companies that partner with AI and fire everyone else. Those companies are winning. And they're not even laying you off because they're hurting financially. These companies are making record revenue. They just don't want to pay you if they don't have to. Now, before you get mad, put yourself in their shoes. If you had 100 employees that you didn't need and you could save $1 million a year, what do? Exactly. You fire 100 employees. It is what it is. Somebody said, have a few friends that get quite a bit from Uber. Quite a bit of money, or what do you mean? What's the bit? Bit of what? So again, Uber in the future. If Uber's already testing Waymo cars like they are here in Dallas, Waymo is an automated, selfless, no driving, it drives itself vehicle, autonomous, just no driver needed, a vehicle that drives itself. If Waymo is already doing that, okay, do you not see the future? We can walk outside, look up at the sky, see a clear, beautiful sky, and interpret that and say, oh, it's going to be a good day, clear day. We can walk outside, look up, see gray clouds, and say, probably going to rain today. We do great at interpreting that. We don't do well at interpreting or forecasting the future when we look at AI. What do you mean? You already see this coming. Is this a surprise? I just told you 1 million people just lost their jobs. It's going to be 10 million this year, even more probably. Wait, you didn't see this coming? You didn't hear the rumblings? You didn't see the writing on the wall? You just buried your head in the sand and pretended this was all a dream? No, that's why I do videos like this, to take away your excuses, because some of you are lazy. You love excuses, and then I come along and I rip them out. And I say, I'm taking away your excuse. AI is here. You need to do something, and you need to do it quickly. All right, so quite a bit of money from Uber. Imagine if Uber was all AI. If Uber's vehicles were all Waymo vehicles, and they didn't need a driver. Now what? Uber has probably 5-10 million drivers. Or not just Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, all of those gig driving spots. How many of those? There might be 100 million gig drivers. Okay, all of a sudden, Uber has a gig driver 24/7, does not complain, does not whine, does not get frustrated, does not ask for tips. No gas needed. Again, you guys don't see, how do you not see the future? That stuff won't be there. Get as much money as you can right now, because tomorrow everything might change. Everything might change. You're going to see it as long as these trials continue to produce the correct results, positive results. You're going to see Uber acquires 5,000 Waymo vehicles. What does that mean? 10,000, 15,000 Uber drivers let go, because that thing's going to cover 2-3 shifts in one day. Doesn't need you. One of those cars might replace 5 people. Don't need you. Then what are they going to do? They're going to keep doing it. Now, for those that are left, now you get scraps. I've already heard the rumblings, like on social media. I used to make this amount on that route. Now I make this. I used to make 150 a day. Now I'm lucky if I make 50. Again, see the future. All right, that's enough. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. I got to go. I got some stuff I got to do. If you want to learn how to build a middleman business, partner with AI, then I can help you with that. Put the word middleman in the comments. Get into the masterclass. Price going up. Some of you are waiting. You waited too long. You're going to get left behind. Price is going up. If you need the link to get in the masterclass, I'll drop it in the first comment, pin it below. They do offer payment plans when you check out. It's very affordable, but you need to go quickly. If you don't like those payment plans, you can work with me. Just email me. I'll drop my email in the comment below too. Otherwise, I got to go. You don't have to fear AI. I love AI. I'm looking forward to having more kids with AI. AI is either going to be a nightmare for you or it's going to be Santa Claus. It's up to you.